All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Yeah. Hope everybody is doing well. Everybody having a good week. You can see I'm in my car. We are up in Rhode Island this weekend. And I'm in the car because it's windy. I wanted to go down by the water, but it's a little too windy today. So hope everybody's having a great week. We're going to get this party started because we've got a lot to cover and a little time to do it. Busy day today. So if you jump on here, let me know you're on. Say good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, this weekend I'm up in Rhode Island for the first annual barbecue competition. It's going to be up in Jamestown. The Hogs for Heroes is putting it on. It's to benefit, money raised for this is going to benefit the Hunter 7 organization. Great organization. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually, yours truly is going to be one of the judges this weekend for it. So I'm excited that I get to pig out on some good barbecue. No pun intended. Tina, good morning, sis. How you doing? Nicole, good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good week. Thanks for jumping on. So yeah, this weekend, stand by because tomorrow and Sunday I'll probably post some pictures and might do a live, and we might have a special guest coming up this weekend with the barbecue competition. We're gonna be so if you're in the Northeast, anywhere near Jamestown, Rhode Island, come on down for this event. It's fun. You can get more information from Hogs, the letter 4, Heroes, all one word, .com. So check that out. Let me see here. What else? Celebrity Softball Classic. I had my friend TK on the Decision Hour show a couple weeks ago, and we're going to be down in Texas June 11th for the Celebrity Softball Classic. You can actually go get tickets for this event. They're on sale now. You go to celebritysoftballclassic.org and check it out. Let me see here. Hey, Patty. Good morning, Patty. Good morning, Patty Catter. Nicole, don't you know the Southeast has better The Southeast also has a lot of gators. And apparently, Nicole, you guys have saltwater crocodiles that just show up on your beach randomly, right? Yeah. Chris, good morning, brother. So yeah, announcements. Again, like I said, barbecue competition this weekend. And if you're interested, down Dallas, Fort Worth area, Celebrity Softball Classic this June. I want to cover something real quick. Know your worth. I probably got some attention with some people there. Know your worth, and I'm bringing this up because I've had several conversations with people this week that are going through stuff, and I certainly go through it myself. But know if you're working for an organization or you're thinking about starting your own business and you're not sure how to price things out, know your worth and what you bring to the table, and that's not always easy for a lot of us. I tend to I like to consider myself more humble and not charge a lot of money, because for me it's not about the money. It's about helping other people. That's honestly, for me, that's I feel that's rewarding if I can help other people get to where they want to go. But at the same time, know your worth. Don't let people take advantage of you. Yeah. That's I thought I had this big speech planned on it. I don't, because it's just one of those things where, if you're not happy in the position that you're in with your current job, then it's time for you to make a change. And sometimes you have to go on faith. And I'm saying this from experience that I quit a corporate job that I was making decent money at in 2013. I had no plan in place, and I just quit. And I'm telling you guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Have a plan in place. But if you're unhappy with where you're at, know your worth and start moving in the direction to where you're going to be happy. And if it's money that motivates you, fine. If there's purpose, find what your purpose is so you can move towards that purpose and start making the changes so you can be happy. So with that being said, know your worth. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. All right, let's get into the shows. We've got a lot of shows. We got some new shows on the network that are here. So let's get started. We got the Decision Hour first up. Hey, real quick. Chris, morning, brother. Miss ya. Doc, good morning, brother. Appreciate you jumping on. So yeah, first up in the queue this week, yours truly, the Decision Hour. I got to interview the founders of an organization called Operation Reboot Outdoors. Dan is the founder of it. He's also a licensed guide hunter in Maine. And I also spoke with a board member, Ken. Both Army veterans, solid dudes. Let me tell you a little bit about Operation Reboot. It's a outdoors. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization that concentrates on getting veterans and LEOs and service members out of the house and into nature by healing through hunting, fishing, and other outdoor recreational activities. This is a really cool organization. They're up in Maine, beautiful Maine. And we kick off the show by getting to know Dan and Ken just a little bit. I met these guys back in February in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the Great American Outdoors Expo. They had a table there, got to learn more about their stories. And since their inception in 2019, they have served more than 590 veterans and law enforcement officers and active duty members. And we talk about some of the hunts that they do and the fishing trips that they provide. And whatnot. So this is a really cool organization, and they both had some really amazing decision hour moments. Ken shares his decision hour, whether to have his legs amputated or not, and Dan shares how he stands on the line every day, decision hour moment. So check this out. I think you guys are going to really like this one. This is decision hour this week. Next up, new show. Been talking about it for months. License for Love with Cowboy Jacks and Lauren Harris. Their season 1 is going to launch June 1st, I believe. But they've done a pilot show. They did a pilot show. It's about an hour long, and it is amazing. It's titled, Won't You Be My Neighbor? Lauren Michael Harris and Cowboy Jacks invite you into the house of diversity to sit down on the couch and listen. This is their pilot episode for the License for Love, the Heartbeat in Relationship Conversation. They discuss the early years of their journeys involving trauma and tragedy, leading up to their successes in life, which has been a lot between the two of them, and love today, along with so much more. This is a really cool episode. This is kind of their teaser. This pilot episode is a big teaser of what's to come for season 1 that's going to kick off in June. So make sure you go check out the show License for Love. Next up, we got the Live Free series. This episode, CEO Knight Campbell and founding partner Abigail Jones with the best you can with what you have. Really cool episode. This show does 2 episodes a month. So this is their second episode this month. Make sure you check it out. Jay does a killer job on this. They're talking about the story of resilience, fighting off toxic mentalities, discovering their true path, and working every day to serve purpose and to live free. So check that out. What do we got here? Shad, good morning, brother. Thanks for jumping on. Gabe, what's up, brother? How you doing? Got to get with you, Gabe, next week. All right, next up, we're moving on. We got a lot of shows. Stay with me, folks. Next up, we got Your 6 at 6. Make sure you check their show out because it's every Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm pretty sure this week they're going to talk about some of the shenanigans that they got into when they were down in Texas recently. So check it out Wednesday night. We got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. You can find their live show on their Facebook page, Patriot Pride. Next up, we got the Oscar Mike Radio with our man Travis, who I'm hoping I get to see this weekend. He's not far from here. He should be judging this weekend as well. So, Travis, if you watch this later on, hope to see you this weekend, brother. Text me. Oscar Mike Radio this week, he has Michael Olson, is a 22-year Army veteran who's retired. He's working on his first film project called The Dark Side. I think this is going to be cool. They just launched this episode Thursday night this past week, so check it out. This was a good one. This one is called Oscar Mike Radio. All right, next up. Sorry, guys, this is all the noise. Hope you guys can hear me all right. Next up, we got The Arms Room. Every Monday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. This week, they have Mickey from Carry Trainer on the show to discuss the future of concealed carry. I'd like to know how many people out there have a concealed carry license in the state that you are currently residing. I know some states, if you have a concealed carry license that you can carry in multiple states, it will cover you for multiple states. But I'm curious, if you're watching this, if you have a concealed carry license, I'm curious if you have one. So leave a comment. In the meantime, we're moving on. Shay, good morning. I knew she was going to say something. Shay, yeah. Shay, if you're just catching this, so earlier in the show when I first started, I was walking around. I'm in Rhode Island, and I was going to do it down by the water, but it's super windy out, and I was afraid nobody could hear this great voice of mine. So I don't answer questions. I know you don't, Gabe. All right, next up we got Carry On Podcast. Carry On Podcast this week, they're speaking with congressional candidate Andrew Heaton from Colorado District 5. We talk about his race against Congressman Doug Lemborn and his dedication to veterans and the military community he will serve if elected. So check that out. That's the Carry On Podcast. Gabe, sounds like a setup question. You know what? It kind of does, doesn't it? Disregard then. It certainly wasn't a setup question. I'll tell you, I got mine. So, you know, I think it's smart. I don't care if anybody knows. I got it. Next up, Shad was on here a moment ago. We're talking Veterans Unite, the Veterans Unite podcast with Shad Turner. This week, he saved the best for last in this episode. He's talking with Brian Gibson from Project Die Hard. This is a really cool organization. Brian's a solid guy. Brian's working on getting a 20-acre facility up and running in Illinois called Fob Rush. And if you want to know more, take a listen to the episode because it's pretty cool. Fob Rush. Brian Gibson's been working on this project for a while. He's been on several shows on the network. You've seen him around. He follows us. Brian, if you watch this, keep up the good work, man. You're doing great work. So check that out. That's Veterans Unite Podcast. All right. The Power of Investing in People podcast is up next with Shay Sparks, and she was on here a moment ago. And Shay, if you're still on, what do you got for everybody this week? Go check out the Power of Investing in People podcast. Host Shay Sparks. She puts on a great show. She usually does about 2 shows a week, and she's got a lot of really cool things coming up, so stay tuned for that. Check it out. Let me see here. Next up, environmentally speaking. So this has been a really cool educational show that I've learned a lot from, and I'm just kind of in their neck of the woods up here. This show is based here in Rhode Island. This week, the title is called Animal Crossing, and it's really kind of interesting because they start the show off talking about Earth Day, because last week was their Earth Day when they recorded this. But this episode, they're talking about like the overpasses in California. There's a lot of big cats that get killed in those 10-lane overpasses in California. So what they're, 10-way highways in California. And what they're doing now is that they're going to build these overpasses that are basically for animals. They're going to landscape them all, put trees, rocks, grass, a lot of vegetation, and they're going to build these overpasses so animals can cross over the roads without getting hit and stuff. I think this is a really cool idea. I heard about this concept probably 5 years ago or so for the first time, and now they're implementing it and they're putting it in place. They're going to start in California. They've raised a bunch of money. I forget where the first one they're putting it, but and it's not going to be small. This is going to be a big project. It's going to take several years to complete, but I think it's a really good idea. Okay, Georgia has a few of the overpasses for animals. North Florida has one too. So I didn't know that. I didn't know that they had that. So I just heard that this is what they were covering. This is environmentally speaking. It's a really great show. They do a great job. She's the main host. They're both attorneys, but Marissa Desautel, she's an environmental attorney with a lot of years of experience up here in the Rhode Island area, and a lot of the things that she talks about is obviously here for the Rhode Island area, but what the cool thing about it is the topics that they cover, you can take that and incorporate it into your local area as well. Fascinating show, Animal Crossing, environmentally speaking. Check it out this week. All right, next up, moving on. Time to shine today with our buddy Fergie. This week's interview is with self-love coach Kayleen View of Dear Lovely Universe podcast. So check that out. She is a life coach, a podcaster, and a life enthusiast. She provides self-love coaching for teen girls and young women so they feel empowered to live their best lives possible. Awesome. Absolutely love this. So this was another great episode. Check it out. Time to shine today. Moving on. Next up, we got Label Free Podcast. This week's guest, Christina Mohan. She's a genius visionary. Started off as a business consultancy firm, and just had a much bigger vision. So since then, time and trials, she's polished her services of business advisory into a carefully crafted art that is founded on profound market analysts, financial knowledge, and business skills. So another cool episode, especially if you're wanting to get into business. This is certainly an episode you don't want to miss. That's from Label Free Podcast. Next up, we got the MSEC podcast. Listen, April has been the month of the military child, and MSEC, Military Child Education Coalition, that's what that stands for. It's a nonprofit organization that focuses on the military child. So if you are a military member, active duty, Guard, Reserve, or a veteran, and you have children of age, I would strongly encourage you to follow the Military Child Education Coalition online. Go check out their militarychild.org. You can get their information there. They have a ton of resources for family members, but they finished this week off with their Purple Up series. So check that out. That's the MSEC podcast. Let me see here. Next up, we got the S3. JD's going over drafts and what happened last night in the NFL draft. It was horrible. I watched it a little bit, and it made me sick to my stomach, so I stopped watching it. Ibaldi Reports. They do a couple shows on their live feeds every week. Make sure you go check them out. Ibaldi Reports. Special shout out to Simper Savage. Love the best salad dressings and marinades on the planet. SimperSavage.com. Get you some. Love it. My Tax Fella. Listen, we just passed tax season, and if you haven't done your taxes, it's not too late. Give our boy Anthony a call over at My Tax Fella. Short Mountain Distillery. They work with our sister company, HMG Beverage. They help us get our gin and our bourbon stuff going. So absolutely love Short Mountain Distillery. If you're in Central Tennessee, go to Woodbury, Tennessee, just south of Murfreesboro a little bit, and make sure you go check out Short Mountain Distillery. Gabe's the killer spot. It is, man. I absolutely love it out. Every time I'm out there, I love it. I don't want to leave. Let's see here. We got HMG Beverage. That's our sister company. We got some big news coming up. We're bringing back the coffee. We're bringing it. We brought everything in-house, so stay tuned for that. If you want to know what or how to get your hands on our spirit line, our gin and bourbons and stuff like that, send us a direct message. We got a new sponsor that we're going to be talking about here. Let's see here. It's Williams Entertainment and Consulting. Had to think about it. Jordan, I know you're going to bust my balls for that, but sorry. Williams Entertainment and Consulting. They're based out of Nashville. These guys are just some really cool guys. They've been in the business for many, many years, and they're helping us get our stuff out to all of you. So if you'd like to see our products, anything HMG Beverage, you'd like to see any of our products out in your local watering hole or in your stores, contact us so we can get in touch with the local distributors out there and get things going. A lot going on here. So like I said, this week, Rhode Island, we're here until Monday, and then I'll be home for a couple days, and then next week I won't be in the home office. Probably won't be in the home office. You're gonna see this scenery here for probably the next couple of weeks, because we're gonna be on the road, super busy. A lot of great stuff coming up. I appreciate each and every one of you that come on and leave a message. If you share this, thank you. I appreciate that. We're trying to grow this. We are hiring this summer. If you are looking for a part-time job, if you have any experience in content creation, like writing articles, if you are looking to get into the podcast section and you want help with your podcast, let us know. We can definitely help you with that. We're also looking for a few more producers for our publishing side of the business, because we have a bunch of audiobooks that are coming up this summer, and we're going to need some help with that. So if you guys are looking, send us a resume, leave a message here, or DM us here on Facebook, and we go from there and get a meeting set up, and we'll do an interview with you guys. So I appreciate all of you. That's all the time I got for today. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you guys next week.